Zodiac's welcome. So basically, in this wonderful game that I'll be playing is basically another Ultimate Texas Hold'em poker game. It's gonna be very interesting, very astonishing, very how it goes. This is how it's gonna be. But there's always something that's gonna be happening. Because there's always a plot twist, and that plot twist means that there's a different way. So the way how this is gonna be very interesting. So whether it's gonna be where it is. So the way how this is, in this wonderful way that I'm going to say it, is that the progress will be on your left side, so that it's on the right side. Don't get confused about it. That's how it goes. I have the D button. That's the way it works. But that's how it goes. So there's always a way of knowing what to do. If you're wondering why I'm saying about a plot twist, the plot twist is that yes, the Pogas and Zodiac has at least 20,000, 20 million poker chips together, and they also will have a red chip, and that red chip means that it's going to be a 1.8 million, and it could be putting you all in what it is, but that's what it's going to be. So there is a plot twist. So the way this is how it goes. So I am going to be using I'm going to use my blackjack shoe. It's been so long since you basically want to see it again. I'm also shuffling these cards to represent the flop, the turn, the river, as in the third card, fourth card, and the fifth card. That's how it goes in that way. There's always a knowing what to do as it is that basically the progress will use the low cards, I'll use the high cards, that's how it goes. But it all depends on what's happening, so you never know, right? So anything can happen with the flip of a card, they say, right? That's how it goes. But what this is the way it works. So I understand that it's going to be very interesting, and this is how it is in this way. So I hope that you all like this video. Please give a like, please leave a comment if you want, and that's how it goes. I know that my voice was a little bit soft earlier, but it's okay. So that's what it's going to be. But this is how it goes. So this is how it is, and this is the way it is. So remember that if you like this video and enjoy it, and you have to have your own responsibilities, that's how it goes in that way. So that's how it goes. So this is how it's going to be, and this is the way it works. So remember that last time I was winning the Ultimate Texas Hold'em, Pogas were losing, so that's how it goes. But that's how it kind of is at the moment, and that's how it's going to be. So this is how it goes. But the way this is the way it works, and this is how it is. So this is how it's going to be. But cheers to everybody. Okay, that's how it is. So the way of this is going to be very interesting on how it goes. I will use the way how this is, and this is how it's going to be. So remember the progress will be, let me go first, and then they'll do exactly how it is. So it's going to be how it is. So that's how it's going to be. So here we go. So remember the progress will be having the deer button for them. That means that everybody else will go first. That's how it goes in that way. I also have the red chip, and they also have a red chip as well. So that means that there's 1.8 million, and they will do that in the pot. So that's how it goes. So let's see what I'm going to be doing. Interesting. Right, so this is mine. This is my hand. Let's see. Interesting with that. I don't know what the Bogarts will have this time, so I'm gonna bet. I'll bet 1.5 million. But guys, calling at 1.5 million to get 3 million. And let's see. And the flop is 3 diamonds, 2 hearts, 4 spades. Yeah, that's kind of low, if you're wondering. So it's kind of like low cards. Let's see. So yeah, let's check. Spell guys check. Turn is a 5 spades. So yeah, let's check. Spell guys check. And 8 spades. Now be very careful because now there's spades here, and that's very interesting too. So that's how it goes. I'm thinking to myself like, what could that be? What could that possibly be right now? Because if there's spades out there, there could be a flush out there. There could be a straight flush. Someone could have the 6, 7 of spades with the 4, 5, 8 spades to make a straight flush. That's very interesting too. So that's very interesting. So yeah, looks checks. Focus or thinking. Focus are thinking about a long time. And let's see. $1.5 is 3 million. Focus bet pot for 1 point. So they bet 3 million. That's wow. 3 million? What would you have? Or would you just be bluffing? Like, you can't be serious that I have a good hand. And you think that you have a good hand. That's very interesting too. And you could think that you can have the best hand, but you never know. You could be bluffing. You could be having like a different way to understand. Like you could have maybe the 9-7. That's in hearts maybe. I don't know that I got that correct maybe, but I don't know because you might be bluffing, and if you're bluffing, then that's how it is. So, if I call, then I call. And let's see. 3 million. Yeah, you could have nothing on there. You could have like 9 high. I think that you just don't really think that you have the best hand here. You could have the best hand, but you probably don't. Well, I call. Alright, so I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 8 high straight. Both have 9 high. Yep, so they were bluffing. That's now I'm in the chip lead. Like I'm really in the chip lead. So now the pro guys are just kind of irritated right now because it's like now they're thinking, well, we had the best hand and now we don't. And that's how it is. Right, so now it's just the way it is. And you think to yourself, it's like, well, it's not very good, but that's what it seems to be, right? So the way how this is like, interesting concept here. That's how it goes. So now it's going to be your interesting too. Now it's going to be the Pro God's turn. And let's see what they're going to do this time. So Pro Gods have this. see what I got. Interesting. Interesting. So now the progress will bet. They'll bet 4 million. Wow, 4 million? Just like that. Call. So now it's 8 million. Interesting. Interesting. And let's see. Bluff is 2 of clubs. Jack of diamonds. 3 of clubs. Plug gets check, Zodiac checks. And the turn. 10 spades. Plug gets check, Zodiac checks. And 10 clubs. So there could be a flush out there. There could be maybe the players have 2 pair. Maybe they have a full house. What would they have here? They can't be thinking that they try to think that they have a good hand here, and then I think that I have a good hand here as well, but I don't know how would that be. Is I think that if they have the good hand here, they'd easily think that they have a worst case scenario. So if there's 8 million poker chips in the pot there, they could easily do something, but it's their choice. So I wonder if they are bluffing now. And if they're bluffing, they could have the way how this is at the moment, because it's the way of how it is. And I don't think that. I just don't think that there's always something that was happening here. Because I think that you probably have, I don't know, you probably have 6, 7. You probably have the 6 of spades, the 7 clubs, or the 7 clubs and the 6 of spades. Maybe you got that. Maybe you probably think that you have the way how this is. Like, you know, there's nothing out there. So you could be bluffing. You could be bluffing because you probably have nothing over there. And you probably think that you probably have the best hand, but how would that be possible? How would that be interesting about that? Like, interesting, right? Interesting that you probably have something there. But the way this is, if I see it in different perspective, I think that's how it goes. Alright, polygon, I'll check. I always have the 7 high, and I have ace king. I have ace high. So I'll take it, and it goes to me. Wow, just the way how that is. Wow. You know, I don't normally do that. I don't normally think that they have a good hand. But the way how I see it, in a different way, that's how it goes. So now, I'm going to think about this in one way or another. So let's see what's happening here. So while I'll get something. Let's see. So let's see what I'm going to do. I'll bet at least 4 million. So guys, call that 4 million to make it 8 million. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what's going on here. And the flop is the King of Hearts, 9 diamonds, 6 clubs. So yeah, let's check, bug out check. Turn, 2 hearts. So yeah, let's check, bug out check. And now hearts. Interesting. I wonder if I have the best hand here. But there was something happening. There was something that was happening in this situation. Because there's something that's happening in that way of how it goes. So I think that, you know, the best hand is, you know, I think that the way of this is in this board, 9-6, 9-2, King 9, there's a flush out there. Like, there are so many ways to figure out what your opponent has. So it's like you think that you have the best hand here, but what would you do in this concept? So yellow checks. Poga bet the pot 1.8 million. Oh my god. Oh my lord. 1.8 million. That's almost. That's like putting me all in. That's really not kind of. Oh my lord. What would you do? What would you do? 1.8 million? And that's like you bet the pot because that'll be there's 8 million here and there's 1.8 million there, and that's a lot. That's like 2.6 million altogether. If I can do the math together, like I think it's 8 million. 8 million is 16. So, you know, it would be like, and if you add the 1, that would be like 2.6 million in the poker chips. Like, this is really insane. Like, you can't always get the best hand here. You can't always think that you have the way how this is. Like, you could be bluffing here. You could be having, you know, Queen 10. Maybe you could have Queen 10. Maybe you have the Queen clubs and the 10 of hearts. Maybe you probably have the way how this is. Like, you could be think that you have the best hand here, but I don't know. Like, you could easily say that what could be happening. I guess that's very interesting too, because the way of this is the way how this is how it is in that way. Because normally I don't think that I'm going to think that the poker guys are bluffing here, but if they are, It's like that'd be like a good bluff. Yeah, I know what bluffing is. It's like you're bluffing the way of how your opponent is, a bluffing about the best hand. But 1.8 million, like 1.8 million. Bogus could ask me saying, what do you have per tens? As in the 10 clubs and the 10 hearts. Wow, that's a perfect read. That's a perfect read. My lord. My lord. So you could have a pair of tens. I can't even call this. I can't even call the 1.8 million. It's hard. It's really hard in this because I think they have a perfect bluff here. And I think you have nothing. But, you know, I don't want to fold. But if I do, then I'm going to show you face up. So I'm going to fold my pair of tens. Perfect read. And you have perfect. Oh my lord, you have queen 10. Unbelievable. Nice hand, Pogods. Nice bluff. You got me. Really, you got me. You got my. I had a perfect poker read, and I guess it was the way how it goes. Wow, perfect read. Perfect read. So let's see. Let's see what's going on here now. I'll leave it on poker tilt a little bit from that queen 10 bluff. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Let's see. Interesting. That's what I got. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I'll bet at least 4 million. Pro guys call that 4 million to make it 8 million. And let's see. And the flop is 7 of clubs, 5 diamonds, 3 spades. So yeah, let's check, Bogarts check. The turn, 3 of clubs. So yeah, let's check, Bogarts check. And 10 of hearts. Wow, it's very interesting. Interesting. Alright, it goes to me, I guess. I think that I have the best hand here, but I don't know. So let's see. So Yellow checks. Poguts are thinking. Poguts bet 1.8 million. Again with it. Again with this, Poguts. You really think that you have the best hand here? You could think that you have, I don't know, you could have 3, 4, 6, 7, like you probably have the 7-eye straight. You could be having the 6-4. Maybe you have 6-4 spades. Maybe you probably have that. Maybe that could be a good perfect read. So I think if you have the 7-eye straight, that's very interesting too. And I think that you probably have the best hand here. You could always think that you have the best hand here, but what would you have? What would you think that you have? Like, I know you have the best hand. Maybe you probably do, but like, there's no full house out there. There's no 5-3 full house, 7-3 full house. There's no 10-3 full house. No, so you could easily think that you have the 7-eye straight. So if you're betting at least, 1.8 million to at least the 8 million to make it, 2.6 million, that means I have to put a large size of a bet, and that's, so I could easily think that I have, there's a million here, and if I use another one, so that's 2.6 million over here in the pot. I have 8 million. 8 million is 16 million. So that's 60 million. Like, that's what I would have. So if I call this, I would lose a big chunk of my stack. Really. And I don't want to fold. I really don't. But it's like, oh my lord, 2.6 million is almost close to my, like, this is 60 million here, this is 2.6 million in a pot. Like, it's like I have to get into my own pot odds here. So let me see, this is another one too. This is another 8 million here. Plus another, almost close to like another 8 million here. Plus this one to make it more interesting. Like, that's like almost half my stack here. This is really half my stack. Like, I really don't want to put myself in a bad spot. I really don't. But it's like unreal. This is just unreal. Like, why would you bet that? Why would you bet 2.6 million? Like, if you had the 6-4 spades, you already probably got it. And I know that defeats my favorite kind. But I can't. But if I lose 8 and 8 is 60 million. That's like 2.6 million. That's close to me putting myself all in. I don't want to do that. Like, oh my lord, oh god. Oh my lord. This is just insane. If I just called the 2.6 million, then I should. Because then that would be, put this red chip in, put this in, now I would call it. And that's like, 2.6 million plus another 2.6 million. So if you would do the math, oh my lord, I'm trying to figure this out. It would be 2.6 million plus another 2.6 million, so it would be 3 point, I think it'll be like 3.2 million, I think. I don't know, I have to, I think I have to like calculate this, I think. So it would be, so let's see. So 2.6 million plus a 2.6 million is equal 5.2 million. Like that's insane too. Like 5.2 million. I thought it was 3.2 million, but I guess not. So it's very tough. It's very tough in these spots. It's just like you need to figure out what you could have. But I think if you bet the size of it, if you get the size of the pot, then that would be it. So 5.2 million, like that. 5.2 million poker chips, and that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So I think in my best mind here, pro gods, I think that the way this is, I think I should call you. I should call. So I'm gonna call the 1.6 million, but it will be like 2.6 million, so I'll call it. And I have a pair of threes and 9-4. I thought you would have 6-4, but you only had 9 high. Well, oh my lord, I'm so funny. Oh my god, all my fans can actually laugh my mind. I thought you had the 6 and you had the 6-4, but I guess no, you have 9 high. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I thought I lost it. I guess I called, so now the Pogots lost to 1.6 or 1.8 million. I think it was 1.8 million. Yes. So it was like 2.6 million to let me see it. Let me see it again. Yeah, so it would be, and I think it was like 2.6 plus it was 5.2, but let's see what was the size of the pot. So 2.6 plus 1.8, 4.4 million. Yeah, so I was a little bit off, but wow, like 3 of a kind with a pair of threes on that board, and I thought you had the 6 and 4, but no, you probably were bluffing with 9 high. Still laughing at this. My lord, eh? My lord. Yep. So now I'm in the chip lead, I guess. Let's see what's going on. I guess all my fans are going to be, as in my viewers, will be laughing at that. That's all I had, but I thought the poets had the semi straight, but no, their bluff was not high. Oh my lord, I'm still laughing. It's funny though. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. So while I'm being the chip leader right now, and the pro gods are losing about 1/3 of their stack. Like they just lost 30% of it. And let's see. So now the pro gods will bet. Pro gods will bet 1.5 million. Wow, 1.5 million? I'll call that to make it 1.5 million to make it 3 million. And let's see. And the flop is 9 queen of hearts, 6 of clubs. Pro gods check, Zodiac checks. Turn is the ace of spades. Pro gods check, Zodiac checks. And 7 diamonds. What would you possibly have here? What would you possibly have? Is this going to be a chop pot? I could have the same thing. Pro gods could have. They could have the same thing as well. I think that we both have the same hand. So I guess you have ace queen. I have ace queen. So we both do, it would be a split pot. Check for the pro gods, check for Zodiacs. Pro gods have ace queen. Zodiacs has ace queen. And that'll be a chop pot. 1.5 million for Zodiacs, 1.5 million for pro gods. Wow. Wow. Let's see what's going on. Alright, and let's see. Goes to the pro gods first. Let's see. interesting. And Phil got to a bet. 1.5 million. So it's called 1.5 million to make it 3 million. And the flop is 8 of hearts, jack of diamonds, jack of clubs. Oh, guys, check. So yeah, checks. Turn 9 clubs. Oh, guys, check. So yeah, checks. And 2 of spades. What would you have? What would you have here? So I guess we'll go to a bet. The bet pot for 3 million. Wow, 3 million. Wow. So 3 million. You could easily have something here. You could easily have something. I think in my own way of how it goes, I think that you have like ace jack, maybe ace jack, because ace jack could be a wonderful feeling. It could be ace jack of diamonds. It's like that's how it goes, I guess. So you could easily think that you have the best hand here. I think you had the best hand. I think you have. So it's like, if I call this, you'd be almost your turn stack. But I guess that you think that you have the best hand here. I don't know. So I think in my own standards, I think that you have the way how it is. So if I call this, you know, that's how it goes, right? I call. So I would call that. I always have ace jack. I had jack 10. So basically it wasn't a split, but both will take it because they have the ace high. Wow. It's not bad though. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Let's see. Interesting. I'll bet 1.5 million. So let's call that 1.5 million. We get 3 million. And the flop is 10 clubs, 9 clubs, 7 diamonds. So yeah, let's check, let's check. Turn 8 clubs. So yeah, let's check. And 2 diamonds. And Zodiac is thinking. And a bit pot to make it so that would be at least 3 million here. So and there's 3 million here, so that'd be 6 million. Wow, 6 million? It's like, yep. Interesting. 6 million. You can wonder if you have the best hand here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 high straight got there, Jack high straight got there, Queen high straight got there, you know, Jack high straight, I said that earlier. 5, 6 got there. So there's always these possibilities that you could have this. How much is it? It would be at least 6 million. Wow. 6 million? I said, yep. If you call this, you probably have the good hand here. Interesting. I said, yep. I call. Alright. You have the, yep, you have the 10 high straight. And I had 8s and 2s to pair. Oh my lord. Yeah. Wow. Just wow. Yep. Wow. So now I have a low stack. I'll get there in the chip lead a little bit, but not very much, because I still have these red ones. That represents 1.8 million. So it'd be 2.6 million altogether. So technically, if you think that Pokegods are in the chip lead, I doubt it. Because I think that I basically probably have a good hand here. So let's see. It will go to me, I guess. Oh. I don't know if I have another card. I do. Oh. misdeal here, but I guess nobody's not complaining. So interesting. Let's see what the Pro Guides will have. So I have at least I'll make it 8 million. Wow, 8 million? I said, yep, Pro Guides, yeah, 8 million. That's a lot. I said, yeah. Because if we call this, it'll be 1.6 million together. Call. So now it's 1.6 million. Wow. Wow. This is going to be very interesting. And the flop is 4 spades, 5 of hearts, 10 of diamonds. So yellow checks, Pro Guides check. Turn credit your hearts. So yellow checks, Pro Guides check. And 6 of spades. That's like almost potential of a straight out there. 6, 7 got there, they're going to be an 8 high straight, 9 high straight, 10 high straight. Yeah, this is very interesting too. You could have something here. So let's see. It'll be my turn, I guess. Yeah. Got these 2 little red ones. That represents 1.8 million altogether. And that actually is 1.6 million over here in the pot. So let's see. A red pot for 2.6 million. How much is it? 2.6 million. Oh jeez. Yeah, see Pro Guides, yeah, 2.6 million. So that would be at least a lot. And I think if I see this, so it'll be 1.6 plus 2.6, 4.2 million is in the pot. This is insane. Yeah, it is. Oh God, it is insane. Because, you know, I just bet pot 2.6 million over a 1.6 million. And that would be 4.2 million altogether. So that would be almost put you almost into a deep hole, if we're gonna call this. So that would be 8 million there, plus another 8 million. So that's 1.6 million, and then plus 4 million, plus another, that's 8 million. So this is 1.6 million plus the 8 million plus almost, you got 1.5 million. So that's almost put you into a bad spot. Like that would put you into the way how it goes, because if I think to myself and say, I had the best hand, I could have the best hand, or I could be bluffing. Obviously, you probably have the best hand, but I think that you could have at least the way how it is. Like you could have at least that amount of, I don't know, you could have ace queen. Ace queen could do it too. Ace queen would be the best hand here, because if you have ace queen, the way how this is like you can easily fold it. Like you can easily fold your ace queen. Because if you fold ace queen, then we can still do it in another round. So it's your choice. It's like, what, you have king jack? Oh really? Really? Do you think I have that? Like, wow. What a perfect read I got. So you think that you have ace queen and I have king jack. But now it's your turn, Pro Gods. Like I put you in a big spot. So it's 4.2 million in that pot. And if you don't want to call it, then you can think that I probably have a good hand, or maybe I'm just bluffing. I'm gonna fold. Really, you're gonna fold your ace queen? Yes. Pogas show their ace queen. So yeah, it's called the Zodiac Bluff with the king jack. Wow. Yep, because I had nothing. I have absolutely nothing. I have absolutely nothing. Oh gods. Wow. So let's see. Let's see what's going on for this last one. So let's see. So now it's going to be the Pro God's turn. They don't have very much. They don't have very much poker chips left. Okay, so the Pro Gods will think on how much they're going to be betting. And it will be at least $1.2 million. Jeez. 1.2 million? Oh my lord. 1.2 million. That's wow. Now you gotta really make me think. 1.2 million. Right, I'll call that 1.2 million. Now the pod is actually 2.4 million. That's insane. And the flop is 3 diamonds, 4 2 of clubs. Bill gets check, so he Alex checks. Turns to 7 of hearts. Bill gets check, so he Alex checks. And 4 spades. So how much do you have in total? Oh, you mean how much? Yeah, I want to know. Okay. So that'd be 8 million there. Plus. So this is 7 million. Plus 8 million. That's 15 million. Geez, 15 million? Oh, that's really interesting. 15 million poker chips that you have left. Wow, and you started with 20 million. That's almost half your stack. That's really interesting. And you bet at least 1.2 million. And I called and I'll be like, now it's already 2.4 million. That's really insane. I think you probably just think that you have the best hand here, but I think that the worst case scenario is you probably have a good way to understand. Again, how much is it? 50 million. But guys, move all in for 15 million. Jeez. Oh my lord. It's insane you probably have it. It's insane that you probably have the best hand here, but you don't know. You know, I'm worried that you could have the 6-5, you could have the straight, you have the 3-4-5, 6-7 semi straight, 7-4 house got there. You have 3-4 full house got there. Like, there's always these combinations that you could have it. But why would you do that? Why would you think that you have the best hand here? Like, oh my lord. I think you probably have the best hand. And if you do have the best hand, then congratulations. But no, there's no congratulations for you. How is it 50 million? So that's like, so this is 4 million plus the 4 million to make it 8 million. 8 million. Another 4. Another 7 to make it 15 million to call. Plus I have 2.6 million behind. I think I have the best hand here. Oh, so you could have the 3 of a kind with a pair of 4s. You might be correct on it, but you have, I don't know, I don't know what to say here, but my perfect read, you could have a pair of 6s. And you probably have it. You probably have the 6 of hearts and the 6 diamonds here. Maybe you probably have that. Well, I guess, you know, I'm going to see it anyway. I call that 50 million. Well, Polkats only had a pair of nines, not a pair of sixes. Okay, so I was a little bit off on my read, but I had a three of a gun with a pair of fours. So I think the best of terms is like I was close, so you could have a pair of sixes there, but I guess the pair of nines shows that way. So I think that the way how it is in that way, and that's how it goes. So I guess that your honors of Zodiac says to me, I basically won, and I won a lot, and that's how it goes. So this is the way it works, but there's always a good thing is no, you'll never play with it, and that's how it is. So whether you decide to like it and enjoy it, that's just how it goes. But you can laugh if you want, and I thought that you know these two cards would be a pair of sixes because they look like upside down, but I guess not because they're a pair of nines. Duh. Yeah, yeah, very funny, right? So that's how it goes. But I think that I had the best hand here, and the basically the 5-4 suited with the diamonds here. I basically thought to myself like, well, the way how this is, whether I see it in the way of how it goes, this is how it is, right? So the way of this is like a 5-4 diamonds will really defeat the Pokemon cards as pair of nines. So this is how it goes, but this is the way it works. So I hope you all like this video. Try to give a like in the comment if you want, and I'm so sorry that this is a long video, but this is how it goes. So I hope you all enjoy it. Laugh if you want, but that's how it's gonna be. So this is how it works, and this is how it goes. So enjoy it, and I hope that you all like it and enjoy it as well, because that's what it's gonna be in that way, and that's how it goes. So this is the way it works, but this is how it turns out, right? So that's how it goes. So I hope you all like this video. Try to give it a like in the comment if you want, and I'll see you next one I do, and that's how it goes. So thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next one I do, and that's how it goes. Thank you very much. Thank you, and have a nice day. Thank you, and thanks, and have a nice day, and bye.